Welcome to online classes. Today we shall discuss about few more topics under e-commerce. Firstly, we shall start with electronic data interchange. Let us know what is electronic data interchange. Electronic interchange of business information using a standardized format, a process which allows one company to send information to another company electronically rather than with paper. So if you exchange information from one company to another company electronically instead of using paper, then it is called as EDI. Business entities conducting business electronically are called trading partners. So there will be many companies involved, and if they have a common platform to exchange the information, then such parties involved in exchange of information are called as trading partners. For instance, when I was working in one of the corporate, we used to get all the documents to audit through a software called Extend. So we had US clients, so all the documents were sent through Extend. Once we finish our auditing, we used to send back the documents again through the software called Extend. So this is how it practically works in corporate. Then there are some following important documents that are used in EDI. Let us see it. That is invoices. You can send the invoices to your purchaser. Then purchase orders. You can send purchase orders to your sellers. Then shipping request, acknowledgement, business correspondence letters, and financial information letters. So all this document can be sent through EDI. Now let's go through the advantage of an EDI system. Firstly, we have reduction in data entry errors. The chances of errors are much less while using a computer for the data entry. Suppose if you send the data through paperwork, your handwriting might not be legible. And if you do any mistake, you tend to make scratches, which is overcome in the EDI system. If you do any mistakes, you can edit then and there, and the reader of the document will also understand it very easily. That is the major advantage of EDI system. And then you have shorter processing life cycle. So once the order is placed, you can start processing the order, and it's very easy to transfer the documents, and it's not time consuming. As I told you earlier, we used to get the documents from US clients, and we used to send back through electronic mode itself. Just imagine if we had to go back to US and give the documents, the time, it would be time consuming. So that is also one of the major advantages. Then we have electronic form of data. It is quite easy to transfer or share the data as it is present in electronic format. Suppose if you want to do some marketing for your product, and if you have customers contact list with you, you need not message each individual separately. You can send at a stretch itself. You can select all the consumer contact list, and you'll have one subject in your email, and you can type all the email IDs at one time and you can send them. So because it's in electronic form, it's very easy. Then you have reduction in paperwork. As a lot of paper documents are replaced with electronic documents, there is a huge reduction in paperwork. Yeah, you have to save paper, right? Paper, you have to cut down trees to produce a paper. So when you use electronic mode, there is very less use of paperwork, and you can't keep this paperwork for longer period. But if you store all the data in the system, it is stored in servers for longer period and for many years, and that is also one of the advantage of EDI system. And it is cost effective. As I told you, we will not be using paper, and then there is very less time for processing, and there is very less errors, and there is very less transaction cost involved. So that is why it is cost effective. Then standard means of communication. EDI enforces standards on the content of data and its format, which leads to clear communication. So there will be a different standard means of communication for each company. So when the standard means of communication is given to you in the company, you have to follow it. Suppose if the document has to be given in PDF format, and that is their standard means of communication, and all the document has to be given in the PDF format itself. That is all about the advantages of EDI system. Now let's learn about benefits of e-commerce. There are various benefits of e-commerce to business, organization, to customers, to society. Now let us know how it is beneficial for business organization. First thing that you have is reduces the cost of inventory management. So what happens when you use a web-based management system? It is very efficient and effective to control the inventory. Especially you will be able to incorporate the stock data. So you'll have all the data regarding your stock, whether how many stocks are there with you, how many raw materials you have. So all the number counts will be with you, and you will be able to calculate the safety stock levels and figuring out reorder points. So that is how you will be able to manage the inventory, and you will be able to reduce the cost also, because you are more effective and efficient. Then you have reaching global market. So here you will be reaching out just not customers of national boundaries, but you can reach international market also, because there is no boundaries in e-commerce, and it is all about virtual market, and there is standard procedure, and everyone uses internet throughout the world. That is why you will be able to reach global market. Then you have monitoring the consumers' buying habit and interest. So what happens when you have various apps in your mobile phone, let's say Amazon or Flipkart, they are going to give you many suggestions to buy, like watches or electronic items. How are these suggestions appearing in your phone? It's only because of your browsing history. If you have a browsing history of watches or clothes, you can see a similar brand in your Amazon account or Flipkart, because they are tracking your browsing history. That is how e-commerce helps in tracking the consumers' buying habit and interest. Then you have reduces cost to establish storefront. So you need not create a physical place to trade. You can trade through virtual space, virtual market space. That is why it is going to reduce the cost of building a physical place. Then you have reduced labor cost. So you don't want any labors. You need not supervise any labors to work here, because no one wants the labors to explain the customers, for everything is descriptive in the website. So it reduces the cost of labor. Then you have e-commerce reduces paperwork a lot. Yes, everything is done through electronic mode. All your documents, invoices are sent through internet or through any other electronic means. Because of that, there is very less use of paper. Then supply chain management. As I told you earlier, you can track everything regarding your stock, and so once the order is placed, only they'll start manufacturing that product, and they'll start sending it from the warehouse. There is no middleman involved. So that is how the supply chain management is also controlled effectively. These are the benefits of e-commerce in business organizations. Now let's learn about benefits to customer. Customer can do transaction for the product or inquiry about any product or service provided by company anytime, anywhere, from any location. Yes, you can sit back at home or office, from wherever you are. When you find time, you can access to the websites or web portals and decide what to buy and from where to buy. That is why it is called 24/7. That means 24 hours and 7 days of a week. Whenever you find time, you can just access the website and decide what to buy. Then you have e-commerce application provides user more options and quicker delivery of products. More options, because all kind of brands of a product you can find it in one website itself. You need not go to different shops to buy different brand like in traditional market. In e-commerce, all kind of brands you can find it in one website itself. That is why there is more options. And quicker delivery of products, as you have better inventory management. If you place order electronically, you can get your products within a week. You need not wait for a month to get the delivery of raw materials. Then e-commerce application provides user more option to compare and select the cheaper and better option. As there are similar web portals and similar website, you can go to each website and see whether this website is offering better price or not. You can decide it. And because of e-commerce, there is price transparency of any product. Then you have a customer can put review comments about a product and can see what others are buying, or see the review comments of the customers before making a final buy. In your traditional marketing, you could feel the product and decide whether to buy or not, but here you will not be able to feel the product. So if you go through the review comments, you can decide whether to buy the product or not. And you have e-commerce provide option of virtual auctions. So here you can do the auctions in the sense bidding the product. Whoever bids the highest price, they'll be buying it. So you can call for auction, and the highest price bidder will be buying the product. That can be done through e-commerce, through any social networks like Facebook or Instagram, or that there might be separate virtual auction websites where you can sell the product for highest bidders. Then you have readily available information. A customer can see the relevant detailed information within seconds rather than waiting for days or weeks. So all kind of information about the product, about the service, everything is available in the internet, and you can rely on certain websites or not. All such information is also available in the e-commerce websites. Then you have e-commerce increases competition among the organization, and as a result, organization provides substantial discount to the customers. So as the information is available easily, the competitors also will know whether the other competitor is giving it for higher price or cheaper price, or whether he is giving some offers, end year offers or festival offers. So if he is giving, you can inculcate same thing in your business model also. That is how e-commerce is going to benefit the customers. The last topic that we have is the limitation of e-commerce. There is a lack of system security, reliability standards, and some communication protocols. So as I told you, your browsing history is being observed by these website and web portals to track your habits and your opinions. So in that case, you might get scared that your confidential information regarding your bank details, so all that might get hacked. So there is less reliability sometimes, and there is no standard rules and regulation to keep your phone secured or your system secured. Then the software development tools are still evolving and changing rapidly. So there will be usually updates in software. They might come up with new technology and new ways in the software. So that time you got to reinstall your app, or you need to update the app. So if it is done regularly, then you might find it difficult to reinstall or update the app now and then. It is difficult to integrate the internet and EC software with some existing application and database. So there are many application system like Android and iPhone. So iPhone OS operating system is different. So in such cases, it is difficult to integrate the e-commerce software with them. Vendors may need special web servers and other infrastructure in addition to network servers. So in these web servers, all your data about your customers, everything is stored. So if this crashes, then your whole information is gone. So as everything is done electronically, and you will not have physical paperwork to refer. So if this web server crashes, then the whole information is gone. To install this web server itself will cost you more, and it requires a lot of money to be invested. Some EC software might not fit with some hardware, or maybe incompatible with some operating system or other components. This point is quite similar to this one. That means you cannot install few apps in few operating system, especially in iPhones. You cannot download all the application whichever you want. There are certain restriction because they don't want your information to be hacked in iPhone. So that is why people prefer buying iPhone, because it is more secure than other Android phones. You cannot download whatever applications you want. So this is all about today's class, and meet you in next class. If you have any doubts, please revert me back. I shall explain it to you again. Thank you.